Hello, everyone, and welcome to my delayed review. This is a Monday because my Xfinity internet has been playing up for a week and it was down from Friday till just now. It's Monday, the guy came and finally fixed it. I don't know what they actually did, but, um, but I'm now back, and so I'm going to do my review 1 day delayed, which seems to be quite common now. The downside of this, yesterday I had to do a Zwift ride, and I had to use my phone to hotspot for Zwift, and that thing chugs the battery like nobody's business. I only just got through the ride before my phone died, so luckily I managed to capture that. In terms of this week, as you look here on the right, this was a rest week, so I follow most strategies 3 weeks on, 1 week off. My 3 weeks on is between about 18 to 24 hours of training. Week off, as you can see here, 12 hours and 11 minutes. And if we look at the breakdown, we start on Monday. Monday, it says our strength and lap swimming. So I decided to chuck in this extra strength session, which I'm going to try and do regularly on a Monday. Obviously, this is the second Monday and I've missed it already because I had to wait around for the Xfinity guy to turn up. But I'm doing this as a chest, back, and shoulders. So I go down the Y where I swim. They've got a gym. I do a chest, back, and shoulders workout. And then I do my swims. That's 3,400 yards. This training peak shows up in meters. I train everything in metric except for swimming. I do in yards because the pool I swim in is in yards, a 25-yard pool. And that was a pretty standard day. You can see, you look at my sleep up the top, it's all pretty good. 8.2 hours, 8.6 hours, a bit down there, 6.6. Thursday, not even worth mentioning, I'll get to that. Friday, 8 hours, and so on. Heading on to Tuesday then. Just my usual active recovery for 1 hour, and the weight session was the usual Phil Mersley plan, working the legs. It's like 16 squats times 3. It's a whole bunch of stuff like that, which is kind of a beating. The treadmill run was I really enjoyed this session. It was 5 times 1 kilometer at threshold. So my threshold pace is 4.5 minutes a kilometer, which is a smidgen over 7-minute miles. So I run that pace for a kilometer, basically 4.5 minutes at that pace, and then have 1.5 minute break, and then do it again. Do that 5 times with a cool down, a warm up and a cool down. And that was a pretty tough session. Wednesday, lap swimming. I did 6,000 yards here. This is kind of my obsessive compulsiveness. I accidentally pressed the lap button. I do drills to warm up, and I accidentally pushed the lap button on my watch. I don't know why, but when you push lap, it goes to the next phase of your training plan, so it ends the drills. Next phase was 50s, so it really peeved me off. So I think it was 800 or 400 yards, I can't remember exactly, of drills. So I think it was 400 actually, because I was targeting 5,600. I ended up doing 6,000. So I ended up, screw that, I'm going to start again. And I did the 400 again and just tacked it onto the first 50. So if anyone looks at my Strava, that first 50 is super slow, like 13 minutes or something like that, or 12 minutes. One thing I was really happy with the swim was my 800 efforts. If you've been following, I've been posting these each week. I think my best was just scraping in under 15 minutes for the 800. You can see this time I absolutely shattered my 800 record the first time, and then consistently got under it for all 3 800 efforts in this blocks. I don't know exactly why that is. One theory I have is I like to work on something each week when I swim. So I mentioned in a previous video, one of the things I worked on was my delayed breath rotation. So I like to extend the arm further and then turn the head to breathe. That made some difference this time as well. I watched an effortless swimming video where he was analyzing hand entry, and a common mistake people make is entering with thumb first, so your hand like that, and when you should enter little finger first, like a karate chop. So you go into the water like that and then pull back rather than going like that, because that forces your too far towards center and makes it difficult to rotate. Whereas if I'm like that, I'm naturally rotating further around. I tried that and I'm straight away got results, as you can see. So I'm pretty happy that I cut those down. Also, the difference between the first 3, almost a minute. So that's probably a bit of a sign of fatigue there. But still, my third effort's much better. The distance that's listed there in meters, that doesn't really matter because I use the lap function on my watch, so I stop that time manually when I finish the set. And that was it for Wednesday. Thursday, my old team time trial guys that I ride with, Team Dirt, or Dirty, I think, or Dirtiest. I'm in the Dirtiest, which I think is the D graders, were way short because they had a camp or something and they didn't have enough people, so they called me up. I haven't ridden with them in like 4 months, so I had to get up at like 4:30 in the morning to do the team time trial again. Got absolutely annihilated. I knew heading in that my threshold efforts were really poor. My FTPs dropped from 326 watts down to 300 watts, and this was one of the toughest courses. You had to climb the volcano, and there's 2 other climbs in there as well. The team record was 1 hour and 3 minutes. I ended up doing it in 1 hour and 5 minutes. I dropped at 50 minutes. So I held on for 50 minutes, and then I couldn't keep up. I almost got dropped twice on the volcano climb, and I think I burned a lot of matches getting back to them. I tried my best, but exposed what I kind of knew. My threshold sucks, so I'm doing a lot more threshold work, trying to build that back up again. But I was absolutely spent in the saddle. Took 5 minutes to recover, and then headed out for a 10k run, just a light zone 2 run. You can see that's 1 hour and 1 minute, so it's not super fast. Friday, just a longer ride, and this Friday was where my internet started screwing up big time. You can see it's 1.5 hours. I believe I was going for 2.5 hours. I gave up in the end, got really pissed off, so went down the pool, swam 3,200 yards, I think it was, or 3,000 yards, and finished the Friday. Saturday and Sunday, it's my daughter's birthday coming up, so she wanted to go to Great Wolf Lodge. So we went to Great Wolf Lodge over the weekend. So Saturday, I missed my Saturday workouts. That open water swimming is just a joke. I was just in the lazy river, so I turned my I turned my watch on for 2 laps. So don't really count that open water swim. And came back Sunday night. I did the power pyramid, as you can see. If I bring that up, this was quite a tough workout, but it's a pretty good workout. Basically, you start off with like a mid-range power effort. I think for me it's 245 watts, and you hold it for a period of time. Then do an even harder effort, which was 290 watts. Have a brief break, and then the second set is a bit longer. Then the third set's even longer. Got to the third set where the mid-range was about 5 minutes, and I think I had to hold 290 watts for 7 minutes. And then you come back down the other side. As you can see, each side is the opposite of going up. So that was a pretty tough workout, considering I had been driving to Great Wolf Lodge and swimming down there for 2 days. And I always get really tired at Great Wolf Lodge. I think it's the peripheral noise. It's just constant. Tires me out. But that was a pretty good 12-hour rest week. Basically, when I say rest, it cuts out the long run Monday and the long ride on Thursday and Friday. So you can see I still did 1.5 hours, but that was the rest. So looking now ahead to the week coming up, as I say, it's Monday, so I've already done my long run today. I'll talk about that next week. Tuesday, tomorrow will be weights, and I'm also going to be doing a 10 by 400 set in the pool. It's a strength set that I like to do. Builds good shoulder strength. Wednesday's my long swim. I'll target 5,600 yards again. I think 5,600 is about my sweet spot for this training. I possibly will go to 6,000, but I don't think there's any benefit in going above that. The Ironman swim is 4,000, but I find the 56, around 5,500 is a good fatiguing effort, so I'm going to stick with that on the Wednesday. Thursday is, you can see, a 4.25 hour ride. That's my long bike ride. I'm seriously thinking of doing this one outside, because it was 32 degrees Celsius today when I was running outside. It was so stinking hot. Yesterday it was 12 degrees, so that took a bit of getting used to. Friday brick session. You can see a 3-hour ride with the 30 minutes off the bike. That's pretty short. And I'm going to do a swim after that. Saturday is an interval session. Followed by Sunday is that power pyramid again, but Sunday I'll also have another swim. So I'll be swimming 4 times this week. Again, still kind of an emphasis on swimming, but I am adding extra runs. There's a possibility tomorrow I'm going to do just a short 45-minute zone 2 run as well, because this is a week out. May 11 is the Dirty German and 50k ultra and trail run. So I'm going to start tapering from next week. So I just did my last long run today before the taper. Just a 1 week taper leading into the Dirty German. But this week, looking to be about 18 hours training again. That's about my sweet spot at the moment. I'm probably going to nudge that to 22 after. I'll take a week after the Dirty German to recover, so I'll cut the long run then and cut my runs. But then I'll be back to probably 22 hours of training per week. So that's it for this week. Any questions, please comment below and I'll respond to them. And please like and subscribe. And thanks for watching my channel.